I'm joined by the American Bulldog, Lee Morrison, who's going to be making his Bellator debut on May 12th. He's going to be taking on Aaron Pico. Lee, what's going on, man? How are you?
Pretty good, man. It's a nice, beautiful day here in Florida. It's where I'm at for my training camp, and it being Saturday and me being at it for weeks, I'm kind of taking a day off, relaxing, kind of letting everything heal, and then I got my final week of pushing it real hard coming up. So everything's going real good, though, man. I'm excited for this opportunity. I've been doing this for years, and pushing 30 pro fights, and finally I got called up to the big leagues to make some stuff happen. So I'm ready. I'm stoked.
Yeah, it's a tremendous opportunity, and we'll definitely talk about that in a sec. But I want to go all the way back to the beginning. How did you get involved in combat sports?
Oh wow. Okay, so I've wrestled my whole entire life. So from a little kid all the way up through high school, through college, and I was actually in junior college, and I got a call from a teammate. It was kind of random, kind of sporadic, but believe it or not, it was actually the day of, and my buddy asked me if I wanted to fight on a local promotion, and I wasn't too certain what the coach would be thinking, but nonetheless, man, it intrigued me, and I was in shape, so I figured I'd take the opportunity, and sure enough, being a spontaneous person like I am, I did, and man, it was fun. It was awesome. I showed up to the event. More or less just kind of got thrown into it and got my hands wrapped, got my gloves put on. It was like the second or third fight of the night. It was pretty wild, though. You got a different setting than that of a wrestling tournament or duel. You got a lot of fans yelling, a lot of lights, a lot of this and that. And I guess that's kind of what really caught my attention, and it sparked an interest. And then the vibe, the intensity of you going out there knowing you're about ready to do what you're going to do. Oh, man, I was hooked. Went out there and won the first fight. It was a first-round rear naked choke. And I didn't really have any previous training, just some stuff growing up, playing around with friends, this and that. But when I sunk that choke in and I felt the guy tap and the ref pulled me off him, and that feeling was like none other, man. It was super exciting. And so from then, I guess you say more or less I was hooked. And lucky for me, I had the Lion's Den in my backyard. It was in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and it was a good place to train. Trevor Prangley was the one coaching me. Derek Cleveland, Josh the Punk Thompson was there from time to time. So it was a huge opportunity for me to set forth out of what became the run, and here I am, pushing 30 pro fights. Pushing 15 years later, and finally I'm up at the big league, so I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, it's an awesome opportunity, like I mentioned off the top there. Now, you said you're down in Florida training. Are you a full-time fighter now, or do you have a job on the side that sort of helps you pay for a training camp and everything?
I've had in the past little oddball jobs here and there. I'm a substitute teacher at a couple school districts, or I have been in the past. I'm a wrestling coach. I do that more or less half the year, too. So the game plan's to take over as a head coach here in several years. So I want to build a legacy, man. I wrestled for this program growing up, all the way through high school. Now I have the option to go back and coach there and do something great, man. And the sport of wrestling has done so much for me. So for me not to give back to my hometown, it just doesn't make any sense. That's the passion that fuels me through and through. So... but this opportunity with Bellator, this is something else. This gives me the chance to fully commit. This is the first time I've ever really left home. I've got a wife of 5 years, a 2.5-year-old son, a beautiful 5-month-old daughter. So for me to be away from them is a little tricky. But nonetheless, man, I got the support of my family. I've got the support of a town behind me. And this is what dreams are made of, man, taking those opportunities, operation or just the fact that I finally have this opportunity to perform, man. And so for me not to do this, I'd look back at it someday and it's almost like committing spiritual suicide if you don't take those endeavors and run with them. And, man, here I am soaking up to the fullest. And like you said, yeah, I'm in Florida. I'm training Julian Williams. He's got a great gym here. I met him back in 2014 when I fought for a world title in Russia. So anyhow, I'm here. I'm training with him and a bunch of other studs. Jacare Souza. He's
nice.
training. Yeah, he's training for a big fight. There's several other guys that are ex-UFC fighters, some current UFC fighters. Mike Perry's training. There's just a whole grip of studs here at Fusion Excel in Ocoee, Florida. And I've been here about 3 weeks now, putting in about as hard work as I could ever have said that I'd be doing. It's a whole new atmosphere, a whole new ability for me to reach my full potential. And it's going great, man. I'm stoked. I'm excited. So
That's awesome, man. How did this all come together with you even signing with Bellator? And I'm imagining, is this just a one-fight deal or is it a multi-fight contract?
So possibility of a multi-fight contract. So we'll have to go back and reflect after the fight and talk to the promotion and see how it's all going to work out. But my manager is Jason Ellis, and he's with Relentless Sports Management, and he's managed me for years. And the opportunity just kind of came up. I don't know exactly how. I think something maybe in regards to Amanda Bell fighting on a Bellator card, but she couldn't. Pico needed an opponent, and my manager asked me, and I said I'd be more than game to step up and hopefully whoop his butt and shock the world, man, and that's what I'm trying to do. So they presented me with a contract, and my manager said, you need to get the heck out of Podunk, Okanagan, man, and go train with some studs. So, yeah, here I am, man, ready to go, and, a couple weeks out from fight night and fighting in front of who knows how many thousands of people on national television. So sparks an interest like none other. It's kind of a rejuvenation in my MMA career, because like I said, I'm pushing 30 pro fights, and you never really know what's going on when you're at that point and you haven't made it to the big league. So this is something I really needed, man. It's in front of me, and I'm going to seize the opportunity. So.
And what's the confidence level like heading into a fight like this, getting to train with guys like Mike Perry and Jacare Souza, and having these high-level fighters in the gym with you when you're taking on, what people are considering somewhat of a phenom?
Yeah, it's something else, man. It's almost surreal, I've got all these studs around me, a lot of guys that necessarily haven't been in the limelight like the two individuals you just mentioned, but man, they're still tough. They're giving me as many rounds, as hard of goes as I can get. And everybody here is really, really nice, man. They're welcoming. They brought me in. They're really excited for me, so that helps motivate me all the more so. And just the fact that I'm here, I'm ready. You know what I mean? This is nothing new for me. The jitters any which way are there, but they're kind of subdued just because of the fact that I know in my heart this is something that I've meant to have, and finally it's came to me, and I'm going to seize the opportunity. He's a stud, like you said, he's a phenom, but the reality is he's only had a few fights, man. He's never really been pressured. His last two knockouts, he's had guys that I'm not going to say aren't great, but nonetheless, man, they stood in front of him and just let him through his five right up to their liver, and boom, that's not happening with me. I'm going to be hitting angles on this guy like he's never felt before. I'm a grinder through and through, 15 minutes of full-packed action. I don't think he's going to be able to handle it, and hopefully I catch him in the transition on one level or another. I believe that's what's going to happen May 12th. So.
Have you been watching the Zach Freeman fight at all, just to kind of see how Zach was able to sort of go out there and sort of steal his thunder? Because to be honest, I mean, you're in a great spot. Aaron has all the pressure on him. He's a young kid. He's only got 3 fights. I mean, you're not supposed to win. I mean, Bellator they're big on Aaron Pico, right?
Yeah, and like you said, big on him. So initially, I was able to watch a couple videos here and there, but and I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna keep doing some more research. I've been talking. I've been doing what I need to be doing as far as trying to critique what I can see. But it's kind of funny. Some of those videos have been pulled offline if you hop back on there and try to find them. So
really,
I'm gonna have to do a little more picking. But I pretty much know what we're in for, man. I pretty much know how he moves. The wrestling aspect might be negated a little bit. I mean, I was no slouch either. I was a 3-time high school state finalist, college All-American. And my transition game into MMA with wrestling is all the better, to be honest. So I think it's going to come down to some striking abilities, who mixes up their game plan the best, in and outs. But it's through the transitions, man. Like I said, this is nothing new for me. I've been working transitions, the grappling aspect, submission jiu-jitsu on the ground, my combinations. I just think I'm going to bring something to the table that he has not seen before. So full force American Bulldogs coming at him, man. He's not going to know what to do with it, so I'm pretty stoked for it.
And how's the weight cut going for you? This fight's coming up here, in a few weeks. Imagine everything's going well?
Yeah, everything's going pretty well. This should probably be the lightest I've ever been, which is good. Because my ultimate hopes, like I said, this gives me the ability to train full time, and I'm hoping I can go in there, take care of business, and come back this fall and hopefully fight for them again or move on to something better. We'll just kind of see how it goes. But with me being able to fully dial this in and take a lot of stressors off of the hustle, the grind of making $1 on the side, so, and then the kids, having to be up with the kids during the night, this and that through life, like, this is a huge opportunity. So the hopes are that I can continue to train full time and take this as serious as possible, more so than ever before, and get down to bantamweight and really scare some people in the MMA world. So that's the game plan.
Awesome. How do you see this fight playing out on May 12th?
It's gonna be a grind. I know I'm in for a grind with this guy. His wrestling abilities are really, really strong. His striking abilities are really, really strong. But at the end of the night, man, I see my hand getting raised. I see it being a battle. Whether it goes the full 15 minutes or I catch him in a transition, I'm ready to leave it all in the cage, man. It's nothing new for me. I've had 15-minute wars. I've had 25-minute wars. I've fought for world titles against top-ranked guys in the world. So this is nothing new for me, man. And for me to be able to say I'm more prepared than any one of those in the past, that's scary. So I'm going to present that with a whole new arsenal of weapons, along with my just tenacity when I step in that cage, man. I'm going to have the world watching me. I'm going to be so ready to go and so excited. And I got teammates. I got corners behind me. I got everybody behind me, man. So in regards to leaving it all in the cage, man, I definitely will come fight night. I promise you that.
Who is going to be in your corner for this fight? Do you know yet?
Oh, yeah. So I've got my longtime buddy, coach, Ryan Harvey. He's been with me for a long time. And I actually have Josh Emmett. He's a college wrestling buddy of mine. Close friend. UFC fighter, man. He's come down from Sacramento to corner me. So he'll be there. And then I've got Johnny Perez also. So we go way back. He's one of my friends. He's one of Josh's friends. He's cornered Josh's before. So a lot of interaction with Josh, man. We were as tight as it gets in college. And the bummer side of it, man, is I haven't seen him since we graduated.
Oh, really? Okay. It's been that long. Yeah.
Oh, man. 2010, we both graduated from Menlo College. And, he's doing it big. My whole game plan, honestly, was to move back there. After a couple shoulder surgeries that I had moved home to Okanagan to do physical therapy, kind of be around friends and family. But, man, moved back home. I'm a country boy. I met the wife who, like I said, is now of 5 years, and it was kind of a hook, line, and sinker thing for me. And I wouldn't change it for the world, but this opportunity to go fight in Bellator and hang out with Josh and have him corner me, I believe that through this opportunity, it's going to allow me to get back to training with him again and doing some big-time stuff so I can reach my optimal performance, peak performance, and just continue to grow and be ready to kick butt whoever they put in front of me, whoever puts in front of me, whatever fighter, I'm going to be ready for it moving forward. So.
What do you like doing on your downtime? I know, obviously the focus right now is training, and I'm sure you're trying to keep in touch with your family back home and everything like that, but are you getting in any Netflix time or any video games or anything while you're down in Florida?
Oh, man. So downtime. Tell you the truth, I think I might be heading to watch the new Avengers movie here in a little bit.
Cool.
And then, of course, Bellator, man. There's some Bellator fights tonight, I believe.
Yep.
So those will be recorded. Sam Cecilia and I go way back, man. We've trained a lot together over the years, so be able to watch him perform tonight when I get home from the movies. But, man, it's just kind of kick back, chill, relax, let the body kind of recover, because when you're putting in 2-3 practices a day, and that's something that I haven't really done before, to be honest, so it's a whole new experience for me. But that downtime, that recovery time, the mental de-stress ability through knowing you're not going to have to train is a big deal. And you have to soak that up through and through, man. So I'm just kind of enjoying today, enjoying tomorrow. I might go for a nice little pool swim tomorrow, nice little active recovery, let the muscles get some blood flowing, but not really strain them much. And then right back to Monday, man, we're at American Top Team getting after it. So just hanging out, man, chilling, talking to family. trying to do some laundry, all that fun stuff, man. But nonetheless, this has been a great experience, and I don't really feel worn out, tired. First week or so, a bunch of bumps and bruises and this and that, just getting the body kind of back into fight shape. But yeah, just trying to keep chill and relaxed on the days off, man. And then when I'm in there training, just trying to embrace it and getting ready for the fight to come. So excited, man. A lot of excitement, that's for sure.
This is going to be an awesome card. It's Bellator 199 coming up here May 12th, live on Paramount Network. Lee, it was great getting a chance to talk to you, man. I'm really stoked for this fight. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout-outs, the floor is yours, man.
Okay, awesome. So I have, Lee Morrison. You guys can Google me, Lee Morrison on Facebook. It's at 135-pound Bulldog for Twitter or on Snapchat. I have a lot of sponsors, a lot of hometown love, some big-time sponsors here in Florida, laundry list, man. But to be honest with you, I'm on social media shouting them out all the time, and I'm going to continue to do so. But nonetheless, anybody who's been part of this fight camp, anyone who supports me back home, Okanagan, Omak, Washington, around the state of Washington, I've got some sponsors here in Florida that decided to hop on board. And I just appreciate everything, man. And through Jason Ellis and Relentless Sports Management and Julian Williams here at Fusion Excel, great gym, man. If anybody around this area is looking for a gym, I promise you this one's top notch. There's a lot of high quality guys in here. There's a lot of guys knowing exactly what they're doing and trying to move forward. So this is a great place to be. I hope to continue my fight camps here, but for the most part, man, if you know me and you've been part of this journey, man, as soon as my hand get raised May 12th when I beat Pico, man, this is your victory as well. So thank you all for helping me out, man, and being a part of this journey. I really appreciate it.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.